gang signals, threatening a player's life? Whoa! Some of the best ballers in the world drip extra hard and like to get the ink on their bodies to show their art. So, I just had to make a list of the secret tattoo meanings of football players. And first up, Raheem Sterling's tat almost got him banned from football. In 2018, with the World Cup a few weeks away, England manager Gareth Southgate dropped his shortlist for the event, and Sterling made the team. To celebrate, most dudes would probably put out a fancy post with some copy caption. But for Sterling, he chose to do something different, unveiled his new body art, and everyone lost it. Didn't know he was a shooter in Resident Evil. See guys, Sterling's tattoo generated a lot of controversy, and with his name getting slandered in the mud, he just had to come out and explain the whole thing. And his reason might make you shed a tear or two. When I was 2, my father died from being gunned down. I made a promise to myself never to get involved in that life. I shoot with the right foot, so it has a deeper meaning. Raheem, I'm with you, man. He went on to have an amazing World Cup, helping his England team to reach the semi-finals for the first time since 1990. At least Raheem knows what his tattoo is about. Imagine getting one and not even knowing what it means. This guy, you remember him? Of course you do, Aguero. Apart from having one of the most iconic goals in Premier League history, Aguero's got a pretty obvious tattoo on his arm he's been keeping for years. I mean, it looks cool, but here's where it gets crazy, man. The dude doesn't know what it is. Now, Aguero claims he got it done because he admired it the first day he saw it. The artist told him it was from Lord of the Rings, but Aguero never even watched the show. Hey, Sergio, next time, just take advice from my homie Neymar, because his tats each tell a different story. Neymar is one of the most inked players in the game. The guy has over 46 tattoos. In fact, it's so crazy, Neymar could even get a tattoo of me talking about him getting tattoos. That's how much he loves them. But each one of Neymar's tattoos is unique. On his right shoulder, Neymar has his sister's face tatted in full. That's how much he loves her. And this got me thinking about how I can't even go 5 minutes without arguing with mine. Still on his right arm, there's another face on his bicep. And this one isn't his sister, it's someone else, his mom. Combine that with a prayer tattoo on his chest to honor his dad, and you'll realize Neymar loves his family to the max. But it isn't just family that's getting inked across his skin. In 2014, right after signing for Barcelona, Neymar got 2 words tatted on both his ankles. That completely described his career. Ousadia and Alegria. No, these aren't code names. Translated to English, Ousadia means courage, and Alegria means joy. Cool stuff. Neymar got these tats to remind himself of his career so far, and everything he'd gone through. Suffering from early on as a kid, being called skinny by his mates, having to grind hard and push to make it to Santos, before finally hitting it big time. It all got to him, and he decided these 2 words would guide him for life. Man, can't beat a dude who grinds to the max. Now, I can understand Neymar getting family photos tattooed on his body, but Nicolas Otamendi has some explaining to do, and I'll tell you why. The guy looks like a Viking, and that's because he is one. In his head, at least. Apart from being a World Cup winning defender, Nicolas Otamendi is addicted to popular TV shows. And I don't mean the way regular folks like you and I do, after watching a favorite series and binge watching all over again. Nah, Otamendi makes sure he never forgets his faves, literally. On his back, Otamendi has a tattoo of Walter White from Breaking Bad, Ragnar from Vikings, and Thomas Shelby from the Peaky Blinders. Pretty sure Otamendi already knows what his top 3 most goated shows on Netflix are. But recently, he decided to get another face on his skin. And before you ask, no, this one wasn't Game of Thrones. It's something close to that. Just add an A to the GOT. Otamendi got Messi's face on his body after Messi captained Argentina to win the World Cup last year. And judging by that reaction, Messi seemed pleased about it. Defenders with lots of ink seem cool, but trust me, no one does a body job like Sergio Ramos. When you've got 42 tattoos on your body, you're either in love with lots of ink, or you're a level above that, the Sergio Ramos category. Now, Ramos is one of the greatest defenders of his generation. The man has over 100 career goals as a defender. While Ramos has changed his looks over the years, going from looking like a playboy to a Viking, his love for tattoos has remained the same. Change that, it's grown. Out of his 42 body tattoos, some have really deep meanings attached to them. He's got a lion tatted on his back, with a wolf howling at the moon. And these are just supporting the net thing on his tatted back. And that Dreamcatcher tattoo means the world to him. The Dreamcatcher phrase is usually used as protection from bad dreams and nightmares, and the inscription is everything. Only those who went hungry with me and stood by me will eat at my table. Guess Sergio won't forgive me for grabbing a quick Subway while he was hungry back in the day. Sergio's also a family guy, and on his lower back, he's got art to symbolize that. That inscription under the cross, Miriam for Renee, means something to him. You see, Miriam is his sister, Renee his brother, and 4 is Ramos, showing how close he is to his siblings. But the ones that's got everyone talking are on the most visible part of his body, because these 4 numbers are a secret code to something. Here's the deal. The numbers 35 and 32 are his first jersey numbers as a pro, and the 19 was his first jersey number for the Spanish national team. But that 90 plus, it's something else. 2014, the Madrid Derby in the Champions League final, and Atleti was winning 1-0. Real Madrid only had seconds left to save the game. And with a corner deep into stoppage time, Sergio came clutch. This goal helped Madrid to a 4-1 win, and Ramos wanted to make sure he never forgets the moment. And now it's etched into his skin forever. The numbers on his fingers are great, but they aren't as mysterious as the Zlatan code. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is so full of it that he nicknamed himself the God of Football. But when you've got over 500 career goals, guess he's backing up all that mouth action. Over the years, Zlatan has shown his massive love for getting inked. I mean, he's even got tats on his ass! Yo! But not all of Zlatan's tattoos are fancy, like his lion tattoo, which shows just how brave he is and everything he had to overcome growing up. In 2015, Zlatan used the ink to show the world that contrary to everyone's opinion, he's one of the nice guys. Tattooed the names of over 150 kids across the world on his body. Respect. But recently, I saw Zlatan take off his shirt once, and on his arms, he's got a couple of codes that look like a secret special operation called the Zlatan Code. But actually, these codes refer to the birthdays of the most important males in his family. His dad Safik, his late brother Sapko, another one of his brothers Alexander, and the birthdays of his 2 sons, Maximilian and Vince. Yo, Zlatan, you got a problem with females or what? Not gonna lie though, it looks neat. If you're going to have your family tattooed on your body, then you should probably do it like these guys. Except Messi, cause it kinda feels like he didn't get the memo. Apart from being the greatest player of all time, Messi also has a large number of tattoos. He's got 17 in total, and some have special connections attached, like a tattoo of Jesus on his right arm because he's a devoted Christian, a photo of his mom on his back because he loves her, plus the birth dates of his family on his left leg. But there is one Messi tat that looks super weird, because right after taking his shirt off, well, if I'm being honest, I legit thought he got a huge zit in his lower section, before I zoomed in and realized that was a tat. Those lips belong to his wife Antonella. Yeah, it still looks weird, but when you're the GOAT, I guess you can get away with anything. Plus, he subscribed to Goal Zone too.